Hey there, chosen ones. I want you to listen up, because today we're diving deep into something that can completely change the way you see yourself and your journey. I know many of you feel the weight of expectations from society, from family, from everyone. But here's the truth. You have nothing to prove to anyone. We're going to break down why you're already enough, just as you are. It's time to stop chasing validation and start embracing the power of knowing your worth. So, if you've ever felt like you're not measuring up, or you're constantly trying to live up to someone else's idea of success, this video is for you. Let's get into it. In a world filled with external pressures, the most powerful thing you can do is embrace your true nature and be your authentic self. Too often, we find ourselves trying to fit into molds or meet expectations that aren't aligned with who we truly are. Society, family, peers, and even social media can create an overwhelming sense of needing to prove ourselves, to be someone we're not, or to seek validation from others. But the truth is, you don't have to prove anything to anyone. Your authenticity is a powerful force in itself. At the core of being genuine lies the understanding that your uniqueness is your strength. No one else can be you the way you can. When you accept and express your true self, you allow your individuality to shine. It's the traits, quirks, passions, and beliefs that make you different that contribute to your own unique voice. Rather than trying to suppress these aspects of yourself to fit in, embrace them as integral parts of your identity. The world doesn't need another imitation. It needs the real, unfiltered version of you. Living authentically means standing firm in who you are. It requires a deep sense of self-awareness and acceptance. This doesn't mean being perfect or having everything figured out. It's about being honest with yourself, acknowledging your flaws, and accepting them as part of your journey. When you stop pretending to be someone else, you open the door to deeper connections, true self-expression, and a sense of inner peace. By embracing your true nature, you also free yourself from the exhausting cycle of comparison. Constantly trying to measure up to someone else's standards or expectations only drains your energy and steals your joy. Instead, when you accept who you are and stop worrying about what others think, you can channel that energy into living a more fulfilling life. Being authentic is not always easy, especially in a world that often values conformity. However, the more you step into your authenticity, the more you'll attract people who value you for who you truly are, rather than for the version of yourself that you feel pressured to portray. Remember, your uniqueness is not something to hide. It is a treasure to be celebrated. Stand firm in who you are. Be unapologetic in your authenticity, and never feel the need to prove your worth to anyone. Your true self is more than enough. In life, it's inevitable that we will encounter negative energy from others. Whether it comes in the form of criticism, judgment, or people trying to undermine us. Such negativity can be overwhelming if we allow it to affect our sense of self. However, it's crucial to remember that how others perceive you is not a reflection of who you truly are. When negativity arises, the best course of action is to ignore it and protect your peace by staying grounded in your own sense of worth. The first step in ignoring negative energy is realizing that others' opinions of you do not define you. People often project their own insecurities, fears, or frustrations onto others. When someone tries to make you feel less than or question your abilities, it is usually more about their own issues than it is about you. Instead of absorbing their negativity, recognize it for what it is, an external force trying to disturb your inner calm. You don't have to take it personally. When negativity surfaces, it's essential to stand your ground. This doesn't mean engaging in conflict or attempting to prove something to those who undermine you. In fact, often the most powerful response is to remain silent, calm, and unwavering in your self-belief. By not allowing someone else's words or actions to shake your confidence, you send a message that you are not easily moved or affected by negativity. You understand your worth, and you refuse to let others distort it. One key way to maintain your peace in the face of negativity is to build strong boundaries. This involves learning to recognize when a situation or person is draining your energy and choosing not to engage with it. You can still be respectful without letting someone's harmful words impact your self-esteem. If you find that a person or group consistently undermines you, it may be necessary to distance yourself or limit your exposure to them. Another important tool is self-affirmation. When others try to undermine your sense of self, reaffirm your own worth. Remind yourself of your strengths, your accomplishments, and your unique qualities. Trust in your abilities and in your own voice. When you stand confidently in who you are, you make it more difficult for negativity to have any lasting impact. Ignoring negative energy is an act of self-care and self-respect. By refusing to let others define you or distort your reality, you preserve your inner peace and maintain your confidence. Your sense of self should never be dictated by the negativity of others. Stand firm, protect your energy, and stay true to who you are. Life often places us in situations where we are questioned, doubted, or even criticized. These moments can feel uncomfortable, but how we respond defines how we view ourselves and how others perceive us. One of the most powerful ways to handle these situations is by responding with confidence. When faced with doubt or judgment, affirm your value with unwavering belief. Yes, I am beautifully and wonderfully made in God's image. This simple yet profound affirmation empowers you to stand tall in your truth and own your worth without apology. Responding with confidence starts with understanding your intrinsic value. Too often, we let others' opinions shape how we see ourselves. We seek validation from external sources, letting their judgments define our self-worth. But when we recognize that we are created in God's image, perfect, unique, and worthy, we can release the need for others' approval. You are not defined by what others think or say about you. Your value comes from a higher source, and it's inherent within you. When you affirm your worth with confidence, you send a powerful message to yourself and others. Instead of shrinking in response to criticism or doubt, you rise above it. Your response becomes an act of self-love and self-empowerment. By acknowledging your worth in the face of negativity, you reinforce the truth that you do not need to seek permission to exist as you are. You are enough, just as you are. Confidence doesn't mean arrogance. It's rooted in a deep inner knowing of who you are and your purpose. It's about being unapologetically authentic, without needing to justify or explain yourself. When questioned or doubted, instead of defending your actions or doubting your choices, stand firm in your identity. Affirm your worth without hesitation. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your existence or your value. Moreover, responding with confidence doesn't require being confrontational. Sometimes simply saying, "Yes, I am beautifully and wonderfully made," is enough to shut down negativity. It affirms your identity, and by doing so, you take back control of the narrative. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. Your presence, your actions, and your confidence speak for themselves. By consistently responding with confidence, you create a space where you honor yourself and your truth. You teach others how to treat you, and you inspire those around you to do the same. When you own your worth and walk in it unapologetically, you attract respect and admiration, and you empower yourself to live fully and authentically. In a world where success and happiness are often measured by external achievements and the opinions of others, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture. Many times, we find ourselves seeking validation, striving for approval, or doubting our worth based on the judgments of those around us. But true peace comes when we trust in God's favor upon our lives and let His divine support be our foundation, regardless of what others think or say. To trust in God's favor is to believe that He has a plan for you, a plan that is far greater than anything anyone else can understand. This trust is rooted in the belief that God's favor isn't dependent on external circumstances or the approval of people. It's a divine gift that exists within you. When you believe that God's favor is upon your life, you can navigate the ups and downs of life with peace, knowing that you are not alone in your journey. God's favor isn't a reward based on performance, but an unearned blessing that rests on you because of His love and grace. When you trust in God's favor, you free yourself from the pressure of seeking external validation. It allows you to focus less on what others think and more on the path that God has set before you. Even in the face of challenges, knowing that divine support is guiding you gives you the strength to keep going. Others may not always understand your journey or your choices, but trusting in God's favor means that you stay focused on the bigger picture, knowing that He is always at work, even in the unseen moments. In practical terms, trusting in God's favor means you remain consistent and true to your purpose. You don't let setbacks or the opinions of others deter you from walking the path that God has set for you. There will always be distractions, doubters, and people who may question your decisions. But when you hold fast to the belief that God is guiding your steps, you become more resilient. You understand that every challenge is an opportunity for growth, and that God's favor equips you with everything you need to succeed. God's favor also means that His timing is perfect. Even when things don't unfold the way we expect, trust that God is orchestrating everything for your good. He knows what's best for you, and His plans far exceed the limits of human understanding. By trusting in His favor, you align yourself with His will, allowing His divine support to carry you through every season of your life. When you walk with confidence in God's favor, you can face anything with grace, knowing that He is always with you, guiding your steps, and ensuring that His plan for you will come to fruition. In a world that often pressures individuals to conform, staying true to yourself is one of the most empowering decisions you can make. Authenticity isn't just about being honest with others. It's about being honest with yourself, embracing your unique qualities, and confidently walking your own path. The world may try to impose its standards, expectations, and definitions of success, but your true power lies in embracing who you are and trusting that your authenticity will shine through. Staying true to yourself means understanding and accepting who you are at your core. It involves honoring your values, beliefs, and passions, even when they differ from the mainstream. When you align your actions with your authentic self, you radiate a sense of peace and confidence that can't be imitated. People are naturally drawn to authenticity because it's rare in a world full of masks and facades. When you show up as your true self, you inspire others to do the same. One of the most liberating aspects of staying true to yourself is letting go of the need for validation from others. It's easy to seek approval and to base your worth on the opinions of those around you. Social media, peer pressure, and societal norms can create an overwhelming desire to fit in, to be liked, or to prove that you're enough. However, external validation is fleeting and often unreliable. True confidence comes from within. When you validate your own worth, you no longer depend on others to define you. You create a strong foundation of self-belief that can withstand any external criticism or praise. Let others observe, but do not seek their approval. People will have their opinions about you, but these opinions don't define who you are. Whether they praise you or criticize you, what truly matters is your understanding of your worth. By staying true to yourself, you empower others to accept and appreciate their own authenticity as well. Your actions and presence will speak louder than any words of validation ever could. Walking confidently in your power and purpose means trusting that your path is uniquely yours. It requires faith in your journey and in your ability to make decisions that align with your values. When you embrace your true self, you don't need to compare yourself to others or measure your success by external standards. You have a deeper understanding of your purpose and the role you are meant to play in the world. Staying true to yourself is an act of self-respect and courage. It means walking through life with integrity, owning your decisions, and trusting that your authenticity will lead you exactly where you need to go. When you stay true to yourself, you not only find fulfillment, but you also inspire others to do the same. In life, we all encounter people who, for one reason or another, seem determined to undermine or belittle us. Whether it's through passive-aggressive comments, overt criticism, or subtle manipulation, their actions can make us question our worth. However, one of the most powerful realizations you can have in these moments is that those who try to bring you down are often not confident in themselves. In fact, their negative energy reflects their own insecurities, not your value or potential. People who try to diminish others often do so because they feel threatened by what the other person represents. This threat can come in many forms. It could be someone who envies your success, resents your confidence, or fears that your happiness highlights their own struggles. When someone tries to bring you down, it's usually more about their inability to reconcile their own feelings of inadequacy, frustration, or jealousy. Their negative actions are a reflection of their inner battles, not an accurate judgment of your character or abilities. At the heart of this behavior is insecurity. Insecure individuals often feel a deep sense of fear or self-doubt. They may lack the belief in their own worth, and as a result, seek to diminish others to feel better about themselves. This dynamic is common in environments where competition, comparison, and perfectionism are emphasized. Instead of lifting others up, some individuals attempt to pull them down to level the playing field, or worse, to feel a fleeting sense of superiority. But it's important to understand that this behavior is rooted in their internal struggles, not a reflection of who you are. Recognizing that those who seek to harm you or undermine you are operating from a place of insecurity can be incredibly freeing. It helps you detach emotionally from their negativity and see it for what it truly is: a cry for help, not an attack on your worth. When you realize that their actions are not about you, but rather about their own unmet needs or fears, you can more easily let go of the emotional weight they try to place on you. In many cases, people who are insecure need to control their environment or the people around them in order to feel secure. This need for control might manifest in critical comments, gossip, or attempts to sabotage your efforts. Insecurity often stems from a fear of not being enough or a fear of being overshadowed by someone else. These people may project their insecurities onto you in an attempt to validate their own sense of identity or importance. But the truth is, their behavior is more about their inner turmoil than anything you've done. If you're standing in your power, owning your authenticity, and walking your path with confidence, your success, happiness, and strength can sometimes make insecure individuals feel uncomfortable or threatened. This discomfort can lead to negativity and attempts to lower your standing in their eyes. Instead of reacting to negativity with anger or defensiveness, try to shift your perspective. Understand that their behavior reflects their own internal conflict. Their criticisms are not a reflection of your worth or abilities. They are a reflection of their own struggles with self-esteem, fear, or jealousy. When you stop internalizing their negativity, you protect your peace and maintain your focus on what truly matters: your growth, your purpose, and your own journey. It's also important to remember that you cannot control how others behave, but you can control how you respond. Choosing not to engage with insecurity and negativity allows you to maintain your emotional balance and self-confidence. Responding with empathy or silence, rather than reacting in kind, allows you to rise above the situation, demonstrating that you are not affected by the negativity around you. Understanding that those who try to bring you down are often coming from a place of insecurity allows you to release the emotional burden of their criticism. Their negative energy is a reflection of their own struggles, not a measure of your worth. When you recognize this, you can continue to walk confidently in your power, unshaken by the insecurities of others. Walking in your power and glory is about embracing your strength, uniqueness, and purpose with pride and confidence. It's an act of self-affirmation, where you recognize your worth and refuse to shrink or hide in the face of challenges or others' insecurity. When you walk in your power, you carry with you an energy that radiates confidence, authenticity, and an unwavering belief in who you are. This powerful presence, though rooted in inner peace, often intimidates those who are insecure because it highlights their own uncertainties. But that's okay. Walking in your glory doesn't mean belittling others. It simply means honoring yourself. To walk in your power means recognizing and embracing the unique qualities that make you who you are. Each of us has a set of strengths, talents, and experiences that contribute to our individual brilliance. Often, we downplay these gifts to fit into social expectations or to avoid drawing attention. But when we embrace these qualities with pride, our intelligence, our creativity, our resilience, our kindness, we allow ourselves to fully show up in the world. The more we embrace our uniqueness, the more our inner light shines, allowing us to live with authenticity and purpose. Confidence is the key to walking in your power. It is not about arrogance or superiority, but about understanding your value and being comfortable with who you are. Confidence doesn't come from external validation or the approval of others. It comes from an internal source that assures you that you are enough, just as you are. When you trust in your abilities and believe in your worth, you naturally project an energy that others can't help but notice. This confidence, though empowering for you, can make those who are insecure feel uncomfortable because it highlights the gap between your self-assurance and their own struggles with doubt or fear. It's important to understand that your confidence and strength are not meant to intimidate others in a harmful way, but to serve as a reminder that self-belief is powerful. People who are insecure often feel threatened by others' certainty and self-assurance. When you walk confidently in your power, you give others the opportunity to see what it looks like to embrace their own greatness. While some may feel uncomfortable or jealous, others may be inspired by your example and begin to embrace their own potential. Walking in your glory means taking ownership of your life, your choices, and your path. It's about living boldly, making decisions that align with your true self, and not being afraid to stand out or stand up for what you believe in. When you walk with pride in who you are and the journey you're on, you set an example for others to do the same. You become a beacon of possibility, showing the world that it's okay to be unapologetically yourself. Walking in your power and glory is not about proving anything to anyone. It's about honoring the person you are and trusting that your presence in this world matters. Let your confidence shine, and let those who are insecure either rise to meet you or step aside. Either way, you continue to walk your path with strength, pride, and authenticity. Chosen ones, remember this: you have nothing to prove to anyone. Your journey, your purpose, and your worth are defined by you, not by the opinions of others. So stand tall, keep moving forward, and trust the path you're on. You are already enough. If this message resonated with you, hit that like button, subscribe for more empowering content, and drop a comment below telling me how you're embracing your inner strength. Until next time, keep shining, because you're destined for greatness. Peace and power to you, chosen ones.